if I could describe this show in one word, I would say educational. This show is impactful. I would say amazing. I would say this show is up. So my first reaction to the script trash, actually, I got to see the show first at Gallaudet University, and it was just amazing. And it was really just encapsulated deaf world and deaf life, and I just felt so connected to the show. I think, again, both roommates are very different and they have a different perspective. Tim is really immersed in the deaf world and the world of American Sign Language, and he believes in deaf empowerment. And the other roommate, Jake, is kind of more hearing-minded, or sort of fits into a hearing world and doesn't fit in as much in the deaf culture and the deaf world. And yeah, I think he really just, the two roommates, one being a little more in the hearing world and one more in the deaf world, and, that really makes them clash. Hearing people will be able to understand what it's like to be deaf, and then also it's impactful for deaf people because they have experienced these things personally. This show, it really shows everyday life of a deaf person, and hearing people don't necessarily think about the things that deaf people do, and that how deaf people are oppressed and how many barriers are, set up for deaf people, and how to reduce the autism and oppression that happen to deaf people. Again, I'm a deaf person acting as a hearing person, and obviously I don't sign so disfluent as my character, so I have to really come up with ways how hearing people sign, have to kind of mock the way that a hearing person would sign, have to think in English order rather than the order of American Sign Language. I think this play can be a little sarcastic, especially for hearing audience members. I think deaf people miss a lot of things in their lives, and this play highlights the fact that hearing people will miss things. And so it's kind of giving hearing people an idea of what it's like to be deaf.
I am playing the role of the interpreter for the deaf actors. I am interpreting bits and pieces for the hearing audience. Not everything, but bits and pieces. What the playwrights feel they need to know in order to arrive at a decision to impact the ending of this play.
As far as hearing audience members, I hope that they are able to learn and think about how they interact with anyone. Really, I just hope that they think twice before they do something. I think deaf people will definitely feel represented. They'll feel connected with the story. I think they'll say, yes, this is my everyday life. Absolutely. They're going to feel very connected throughout the entire play. I would say this show is very funny for deaf audience members. I think they're going to get some good laughs out of the show. Yeah, I agree with what you just said.